You know someone like this. They swear this is the year everything changes. New diet, new gym, new person. And 2 weeks later, they're exactly where they started, only more ashamed. They cut out everything. They run every morning. And then life hits, work, stress, exhaustion, and the whole thing collapses. They don't just quit. They come back worse. But what if the problem was never your willpower? What if you've been using the wrong system? There's a method built from 5 Japanese philosophies that can break almost any bad habit. And it starts with something so small, you'll think it's a joke. I have to warn you, this goes against everything the productivity gurus sell you. No 21-day transformation, no miracle. Just one ridiculously small step. Repeated until it becomes who you are. This is Christopher, 40 years old, 142 kilos, and dying slowly without realizing it. 15 years in the same warehouse, up at 5, home at 7. A wife, 2 kids, bills that never stopped. He worked like a mule, and somewhere along the way, he forgot he had a body. The scale never hurt him. What hurt was his daughter's eyes. The day she stopped asking him to play, she learned the lesson. Fathers like hers don't play. 3 times he tried. The gym for 2 months. A diet for 3 weeks. Running for 5 days. Each time he quit. Until he reached the most dangerous place of all. The place where people die without dying. Acceptance. One Saturday, his son kicked a ball into the neighbor's garden. Christopher bent down to pick it up and couldn't get back up, not from pain. He simply didn't have the strength to lift his own body. His 9-year-old watched in silence. A neighbor had to help him stand. That night, he sat on the edge of the bed and cried. 40 years old, needing help to stand. His son had seen it. His wife didn't say a word. She just held him. Then she whispered, "You need help, Chris." On Sunday, he called the one friend who'd lost the weight and kept it off. "How did you do it? A doctor? Medicine?" His friend paused. "A doctor, yes. But he didn't give me medicine. He gave me a philosophy. The room didn't look like a doctor's office. No charts, no machines. Just a wooden table, 2 cushions, and a window facing a garden." Master Yamamoto entered. 65, thin, perfectly upright. He didn't look like a physician. He looked like a monk. "How many times have you tried to lose weight?" 3, 4. "And how long did each last?" 2 months, maybe less. The master nodded. "You failed because you tried to win a 40-year war in a 2-month battle. Your body took 40 years to get here. And you thought you'd undo it in weeks? I'll make you a deal. A change so small you'll think I'm mocking you. Starting tomorrow, before anything else, you drink 1 glass of water. That's all. For 2 weeks. Keep your pizza, keep your beer. Just add the water." "I need to lose 50 kilos. A glass of water won't do that." You're right. It won't. But it will prove you can keep a promise to yourself. And right now, that's the only thing you actually need. Day 1, he drank it. Day 7, he woke up before his alarm, reaching for the glass before his brain even caught up. Day 14, he told the master, "I feel a little silly. I didn't lose any weight, but I did something for 2 whole weeks." The master smiled. That, my friend, is Kaizen. Kaizen, continuous improvement. 1% better than yesterday. You don't climb the mountain in 1 leap. You take one step, then another. Improve 1% a day for a year, and you don't end up 365% better. You end up nearly 38 times stronger. That's the math nobody shows you. Then, the master added one thing. Put half the food you normally would on your plate. Still hungry after 20 minutes? Eat more. The first week was brutal. His brain screamed for more. But in 3 weeks, he went back for seconds exactly twice. His body was never hungry. It was just spoiled. This was Hara Hachi Bu, the Okinawan rule. Eat until you're 80% full. Your stomach needs 20 minutes to tell your brain it's satisfied. Eat fast, eat past it, and you only notice when it hurts. Now, movement, but not the way you think. Every morning, after your water, walk to the mailbox and back. That's it. Christopher laughed. The mailbox is 20 meters away. It's not about exercise. It's about reminding your body it was built to move. On the third day, his daughter saw him leaving. "Dad, can I come?" They walked to the mailbox together. She held his hand and talked about school, things she'd never told him, because he'd always been too tired to listen. When they got back, she asked, "Can we do this every day? Christopher, why are you really doing this?" He thought, truly thought. "I want to see my kids grow up. I want to walk my daughter down the aisle. I want to feel worthy of myself." The master nodded. That is your Ikigai, your reason to live. The weight is just the obstacle standing between you and your purpose. From that day, when he didn't want to wake up, he didn't think about water. He thought about her hand in his. Motivation fades. Purpose is fuel that never runs out. 3 months in, 14 kilos gone. Then came the family feast, a table buried in food. That's all you're eating. Are you sick? It's a holiday. Forget the diet for one day. Social pressure is a silent killer. People want you to stay who you were because your change makes them uncomfortable. So he gave in. He ate until he couldn't move. That night, he stared in the mirror. "I broke the streak. I'll give up, like I always do." The next morning, he didn't want the water. He didn't want the walk. The old voice was back. "You already failed, so why bother?" He texted the master. By afternoon, he was back on the cushion, expecting a lecture. Instead, "Did you drink your water this morning? Did you walk?" "I walked." "Then you didn't fall. You stumbled. When you stumble, you lose balance for a second. When you fall, you stop moving completely. This is Wabi-Sabi. And what you did this morning, overeating yesterday, not wanting to continue and continuing anyway, that is Gambaru. Endurance. Holding on because you know the hard part is temporary." He relapsed again. Christmas, birthdays, stress. But every time he came back, and the falls grew smaller, because his brain finally learned we don't quit anymore. We just keep going. By the 6th month, 23 kilos gone. But the real change wasn't the scale. It was the morning his daughter asked to play tag, and he chased her around the yard, laughing, sweating, alive. He'd stopped trying to lose weight. He'd become a man who takes care of himself. That's the difference between change and transformation. At 1 year, his doctor stared at the results. Your cholesterol dropped. Your blood pressure is normal. Your sugar is perfect. What are you doing? Christopher laughed. Drinking water in the morning. Because a single glass changes nothing. But 365 glasses, plus 365 smaller plates, plus 365 walks. That builds an entirely different body. 18 months, 52 kilos gone. But that's not the point. The point is his 12-year-old daughter telling a friend at school, "My father is the most disciplined person I know." She grew up watching him stumble, fall, and get back up. Every single day. That is the real legacy. Not the body. The living proof that change is possible. Vintage Japanese ink and charcoal illustration on aged sepia paper. Fine cross-hatching, muted earth palette of warm browns and burnt orange, soft film grain, gentle vignette, cinematic 16:9. No text. A lone samurai monk figure walking forward along a mountain path toward a glowing sunrise. Calm and resolute. Vast, peaceful landscape. A single pine tree, warm orange sky. A hopeful sense of a journey continuing. Cinematic wide shot.